Do you think about starting a YouTube channel, but somehow you keep holding yourself back? Well, I did too until 1 month ago, and then something changed. Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're back on this channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be quite a different topic. I started YouTube 1 month ago. I want to take you on my journey and share with you my first key takeaways. I hope that they will motivate you as well if you thought about starting your channel. I would say, let's dive in. My first takeaway is just overcome your fear and upload the first video. And to be fair, the video I uploaded 1 month ago is not really my very first YouTube video. I uploaded videos like years ago, but I just filmed something and I didn't show my face. I didn't talk into the camera. So I am not counting that as starting a YouTube channel. For me, starting a YouTube channel is when you really present yourself online and show yourself. And before I share with you how I overcame my fear and actually uploaded my first video, I want to share with you the fears I had that held me back. First of all, there is the fear of judgment. What will people say and what will they think about me? How will people react to it? But you know, strangely, I was more afraid of being judged by the people that are not really important in my life. And I wasn't so afraid of the judgment from people that are close to me. You are probably not scared of being judged by your best friend, right? You're more so afraid of being judged by others, but those other people are not even important. Yeah, having that said, my second fear or challenge was to find a niche. For a long time, I just felt like can't decide which niche to go for, which topic I want to talk about. But you know, now I found like my main topic and I will just try it out and go for it. And the third thing that held me back was I always thought I'm missing gear. I always thought I need to buy something first to start. You know, that's not completely wrong. You know, I bought these mics from DJI. I bought the DJI gimbal, which I really love to use. And you know, I think I don't really need these things to start, but the mic is really helpful. So I'm really glad that I got this. But you know, I'm just aware of the fact that this was a reason for me to procrastinate. Like, of course it was. These are 3 fears or challenges of mine, and I'm actually assuming that most of you can relate to this. I actually had another fear that held me back. That's my English skills, because as you can obviously tell, I'm not a native speaker. And now I want to share with you what made me start anyway. This might surprise you or it doesn't, but the reason why I started anyway was not because I overcame any of those fears. I didn't overcome any of those fears when I started. I overcame those fears while starting or after I started, and I continued to upload. You know, you hear this all the time, but I realized that if I want to accomplish my goals in life, then I will need to start at some point in my life. And it doesn't make sense to wait for the perfect time, because the time or the conditions will never be right. They will never be perfect enough. It doesn't make sense to sit around and wait for my fears to just disappear. And overcoming those fears means doing it. It's just my fear. So overcoming the fear and just uploading the very first video, that was my first takeaway. And my second takeaway is after the upload is actually before the upload. So I think that we are all aware of the fact that if you want to start a YouTube channel, then you need to, and you probably also want to, in the best case, want to do this consistently. And you probably know theoretically that you need to plan out a video, you need to film it, and you need to edit it and upload. So, you know, I can only tell you from my perspective, but even though I watched so many videos about YouTubers talking about starting a channel and how to film, how to script, how to plan out a video, I think you only really know what it's like if you're actually doing it. You're just sitting there watching it. You know, in my head I was like, yeah, I'm gonna planned this out and I'm just gonna follow the plan, but that's easier said than done. And for me, actually, I was very surprised about this. Editing the video takes up most of the time, and it's not even only that. But if you want to do this consistently, then one video is uploaded and that's already when you want to start filming the next video. So for me, in my case, I planned on uploading every week, and the first 3 weeks I was able to do that. This video is a really good example actually of, you know, the obstacles that will occur. I actually filmed this whole video 2 weeks ago, or actually I think now it's 3 weeks ago. I filmed this whole video you're watching right now already, but due to some technical issues that I'm not able to solve, you know, I was so close to throwing this video away, and don't think I didn't already spend like 5 hours editing the video I recorded before. Of course, this is not how it's supposed to go, but chances are you don't really have more experience than me, or maybe even less. I don't know. But you know, I just want to share this with you. This is basically like a cycle you have to embrace. You will probably think you're ready for this, but you don't really know what's coming. That's how I felt. You know, it's always so easy to plan things out, to tell yourself that you will make time for this. But when it comes to actually making time for it, and making time for it even though it's really frustrating, and it's also really easy to give up. The fact that this video right here took me 3 weeks really proves a point that even though I talked about this exact topic, I talked about this and I still almost gave up on this video, should really prove my point, hopefully. So now we talked about overcome your fear, just upload the first video. Be aware of the fact that after the upload is right before the next upload. And my third takeaway is kill perfectionism. If you wait for the perfect conditions or you try to make everything perfect, then you will either never start or never finish. You know, I still kind of struggle with this, but I got way better at it just because I have this deadline of uploading once a week. You know, I have this deadline written down in my calendar, and you know, that really helps me a lot. I am aware of the fact that because this video took me 3 weeks to do, I actually missed 2 other weeks where I could have uploaded a video, you know, and it's okay, but I'm aware of it, and that makes me wanting to finish this video right here. I don't compare my videos to the videos of YouTubers I watch daily anymore, because that simply doesn't make sense. These YouTubers, they have done this for years and years and years, and I just tell myself I will do the best I can do today, and the video of next week can be better. Having this weekly deadline also helps to have in mind the next video is just 1 week away, and I can make that one better, and the one after that will be better. So I just want to tell you, give your best today, or when you start your channel, give your very best with the first video, and the rest will probably follow. And here comes my last takeaway, which is having fun. You know, this is actually not that easy for me to talk about right now, because I didn't have fun with this over the last 3 weeks, to be very honest with you. I was so frustrated about this. It's always so easy to talk about these things, but to actually live by them is way more difficult. But you know, at the same time, and I do want to motivate you to start your own channel as well. At the end of the day, I'm sitting here right now and I'm filming this video. So this also proves a point that if you actually enjoy the process, and that's what I want to say, if I wouldn't enjoy this process that much, then I would have given up already. Like, then I would have given up during the last 2 weeks. But I just remembered how much I enjoyed filming the videos before, editing them, and this feeling when I finally upload the video, that feeling is indescribable. Finally, I have something where my creative energy can flow into. It's also that this gives me energy back, you know, this energy comes back to me and it makes me thrive for more. And actually, maybe this is the real reason why you should start as well. You didn't win when you have a couple of thousand followers. Probably you already win when you're starting your channel, you're enjoying the process. To me, that already feels like winning. So thank you so much for watching. It's currently 10 p.m. I'm really tired. I planned on filming this way earlier. I'm just so glad I finished this, and I'm looking so forward to upload this and see how you guys like it. So if you actually really think about starting a YouTube channel, then I really hope that this gave you the last push you needed to start your own channel. So I will keep sharing my journey on here. If you want to grow with me, then feel free to stick around. I hope to see you in the next video.